At the start of the Revolutionary War, free blacks and even some slaves joined white men of the Northern Neck in the Continental Army and state militia to oppose the British. Because General George Washington did not welcome them into the Army, however, most joined the Virginia State Navy. Even though they faced racial discrimination, men of color chose to serve for any number of reasons, perhaps hoping to show the white population in their communities that they deserved better treatment. In fact, a man of color, Crispus Attucks, was the first American casualty of the war, shot to death by the British during the Boston Massacre. Of the more than 7,000 blacks and Indians to serve the Patriot cause, at least 44 were from the Northern Neck of Virginia, and at least 12 were from Northumberland County. Augustine Boyd, James Causey, William Causey, Moses Credit, George Day, John Laws, Timothy Laws, Amos Nickens II, William Oates, William Sorrell, James Sorrell, and Spencer Thomas. James Causey served in the Virginia State Navy aboard the Dragon, mostly on the Rappahannock River. He was honorably discharged in February 1780. William Causey served as a sailor in the Virginia State Navy and later as a soldier. He survived the war and by 1802 headed a household of 10 people. Amos Nickens II served on the sloop American Congress from 1778 to 1780. After the war, Amos bought land in Wicomico Parish and in 1800 married Elizabeth Causey, daughter of another veteran, William Causey. Edward Sorrell served in both the state line and the state militia. His brother James served in the Virginia State Navy. Edward fought in several skirmishes with British troops and after the war carried a musket ball in his right shoulder after being wounded at Point of Forks. James Sorrell served 4 or 5 years as a gunner's mate aboard the Tartar and Hero in the Virginia State Navy. Moses Credit, William Oates, Timothy Laws, and John Laws also served in the Virginia State Navy for most of the war. Spencer Thomas, a slave who purchased his freedom, served as a soldier in the state line throughout the war. George Day served aboard the Virginia State Navy ship the Protector until the British burned it in the Great Wicomico River in 1779. At the end of the war, African American and African Indians who hoped their service would earn them better treatment were disappointed. That respect and appreciation would not come until many years later. But in early 2025, a monument was erected in Warsaw, Virginia, bearing the names of the men of color from the Northern Neck who fought for American independence.